Django here, and I'm bringing you one of the games I played versus Lash in our Red Bull Showmatch. Now we both didn't have time to compete in the Red Bull Volo El Venado qualifier, so the Wednesday after that we decided to play a showmatch against each other. I've recorded my POV and I'm gonna share one of the games with you. In this game I'm playing as Seth in the blue and Lash is playing in the red as Hades. Personally, I really like to play Seth. I think he's super fun and very unique. Especially the option that you can convert animals with your priest, I think is very interesting. My idea for this game was because Marsh has a lot of hunt. Obviously I wanted to convert a lot of animals, but I didn't want to go straight for 2 TC, because I know Lash is a very aggressive player and he likes to play for one base. So I knew if I wanted a second TC, a set, which I think you really like to have, then I knew I needed some aggression beforehand. And that's why in this game I choose to go for the shifting sand strategy. Now I think the strategy is kind of underused even. I don't see a lot of players also on the ladder using the strategy, and I think it has a lot of potential A, is really strong B, and also gives you the initiative. And as you know, for my playstyle I like to play with initiative and I like to play with aggression. I'm not always gonna play 1 TC full YOLO, but obviously if I can I play very aggressive, but with Seth I think you can go for the shifting sands strategy, have the initiative, play aggressive and then fall back into a second TC. I'm going up with 14 villagers through Petar, otherwise I wouldn't have had the opportunity to go shifting sands, and here I'm actually doing a misclick. I'm going for Anubis, just so into my brain going Anubis with Seth. And now once you're up you only leave like 3-4 villagers on food and you send the rest to gold and you start making priests. And all the converted animals you have, you also send them next to your temple, so you want to have all your army at one spot. Obviously, what you don't want is to A, lose the converted animals, and B, you don't want to eat the converted animals. What you actually want to do with those animals is to attack your opponent. So Lash just advanced through Athena, which indicates potential aggression with the Minotaur Rush. And now I'm trying to scout with one of my baboons where his base is at. So I obviously could cast Vision, my god power, as well without seeing his base. But I like to scout the base and know where it is. And now you're up, you're getting also the budget and obviously a lot of new units. And now you cast Vision and you cast Shifting Sands. And really important, you want to cast Shifting Sands on top of his gold. So you want to block the gold mine. So in order your opponent is not able to produce units, and bam, here are my units on top of his gold mine. And actually micro really bad here, because if I microed better here I could have killed 2 villagers, I only get 1, so really bad miss micro here by me, but still now having a lot of units in his base, causing a lot of idle time, also catching his Minotaur with my 3 priests I have. That's also the reason why you go priest, to kill the opponent's myth units. And now behind that I'm easily grabbing a second TC without it being aggressed, without it being harassed. Really nice. Trying to kill Ajax here, quite not get him, but almost. The only downside to the strategy is obviously now your opponent has a lot of food in his base, but I think the trade is okay for getting a free 2 TC off. So I would take this trade any day of the week. Now also it's time to get eco upgrades like husbandry, pickaxe and all the other good stuff. Obviously you want to have a good economy, and now what you do is just you try to counter your opponent's army composition with the 2 TC economy behind that. Also gonna pick up relics now. I noticed that Lash hasn't picked up all the relics, so obviously we'll use my priest to pick up a relic as well. Second TC is now up, and obviously for Egyptians you need a lot of gold and food. Wood is kind of only necessary if you're in the H3 and you go for chariot archers, or in H2 if you go for slingers obviously. Something really important is now more so that you place your barracks or military buildings close to a monument, because the monument gives you the opportunity to make units cheaper. It's kind of indicated with Set through the red mist, but obviously really bad. He's catching my priest now. Look, Lash is a really good player. Look how he's blocking my priest with his scout, like such a micro nerd. And bam, I lose a priest for that. But overall I was really happy with the game set here. I have 2 TCs, it's minute 630. I haven't been attacked yet, really. Okay, sure, I lost one priest and a couple of my animals at his base, but my 2TC is going so far uncontested, and I feel really good about the game.
Kids, in which kids.
My plan is now to make a couple of units, but try to go Heroic Age as fast as possible, because that's where, in my opinion, Egyptians want to play. They want to play in the Heroic Age, and they want to play for their Migdol units, like for the Chariot Archer or the Camels. Those are the strong units of Egyptians, and I think if you can avoid it, don't play too long for H2. Nice attack by him here, but I don't lose any villages, so he just ends up taking a lot of damage from the towers and the TCs. He even uses his healing here. I think this is a misplay. He shouldn't have used it here. He thought maybe he could do more damage, but I think personally it's a mistake. But obviously, seeing now that he has so much army, I'm placing 2 more barracks down in order to get out some units, some spearmen, and maybe I even need some other units. Also making more priests now, because I see he has a lot of minotaurs as well. And yeah, he's pushing under that TC. He even did the bull minotaur upgrade, but he simply just takes a lot of TC fire, and I only have a bit of idle time. I don't mind having idle time with 2 TC economy if I can kill his army or do so much damage for free. Also now trying to get Shadoof, because I noticed that I can't expand to food resources, because we're fighting here, heavily fighting here, but such a good trade. So yeah, getting Shadoof to make some farms in my base as well, so I don't need to go outside. But this trade was excellent. I didn't use a single villager, and I got like 2 free minotaurs for it. So yeah, excellent for me. I'm in a really good position now, and the only thing I have to do now, make some army and then go H3, and then I can win the game in H3 with my superior economy. Obviously I'm still far from H3, so I keep continuing making H2 units, because the only thing you don't want to do is, yeah, don't be too greedy and not have enough units. If you're too greedy and you don't have enough units, and your opponent just can push under the TC, can even take out the TC and just completely pressure all in you in H2, he can still win. So yeah, I was aware of that fact, because it happened to me in other games as well. So I was keep on making units in H2 while expanding, obviously, in H2 as well, trying to get more hunt resources, and yeah, still really comfortable well in my game plan here. Now trying to push forward with my units. Obviously I don't want also to just sit in my base like a duck. I want to see what he's doing and yeah, see where his army is at. So as I expected, he went cavalry plus minotaur. So now I saw him switching into archery ranges, so I knew I needed some slingers as well against the Toxotes. These are really the only good units you can do against Toxotes with Egyptians to counter them. But it's a tricky army composition also. I think it's a little bit tricky to micro. And yeah, obviously I don't want to push in too deep here now into his buildings, because if I do, I could potentially lose. And I see he made a lot of production buildings, and also see he made a lot of army. And I'm like 100% sure that he's on 1 TC, so I keep making army as well, as I already said, in H2 as well, because I simply don't want to lose all my units and then get a hardcore push in my base. Still, even with being 2 TC, I get a lot of map control, I get a lot of center presence, and with center presence on Marsh, that is really nice, because there are a lot of huntables and you can get them completely for free now. Even though he's on 1 TC and I'm on 2 TC, I'm getting a lot of free hunt. I'm completely pork blocked here, now at 130, and now I'm also trying to take a fight here. I can't really run that good, and I thought also this is a good fight to take, my army was good enough, but I actually make a micro mistake here now with my slingers. I don't have them on a control group and they just randomly run in there. That was really bad micro. I microed my priest well on the minotaur here, but the slingers were not well microed here. And that's why I'm actually kind of losing the fight here. Also, now I don't have a lot of spearmen to protect my priests. But the good thing is, I'm almost up to the 3rd age here, or I'm almost going to go up to the 3rd age here, and still taking a reasonable fight. Like, I could have taken a way better fight if I microed better, but it was still like good enough, so I don't lose the map presence, I don't lose the center presence, which I really want because of all the free stuff. And yeah, now going up through Neptis here, a little mystic again, going to Sobek, but no problem. And now should be easy to go up to the next age. Obviously I want to continue making army. Yeah, I want to go chariots or camels, but you still want to continue to make army and yeah, have the center presence. So game plan, kind of from start to finish, this game went fully to my game plan and how I imagined the game going, and this is kind of one of the best feelings when you're playing RTS and everything is just like kind of going according to plan and falls into places. Then it's obviously so much fun to play the game, because you feel like you're on top of the world and nothing can go wrong. Getting more barracks now as well, just in case if I need them, and always obviously trying to place them around the monuments. Could even go for 30C here. I have so much gold and food as well, but I think I'm saving up gold here to get Migdol strongholds in the center and get those strong units out of the Migdol. Again, getting more eco upgrades, and also a feature I like to use, or I discovered using a lot now, is the pre-queuing. I think it's actually quite good to do it. Now I'm up in age 3, getting a Migdol at my forward gold mine here. Obviously you need to secure gold mines, and I even decide to go for a 30C here, a little bit greedy. If I rewatch this now, I personally would have liked more to make maybe another Migdol to get more production for chariot archers and camels and just like press more the advantage. But yeah, I'm 161 pop. With 65 villages, the score looks really good for me, and now I'm just trying to push in. I know my economy is way superior, and now I'm in H3 as well, so the thing I want to do now is not give him breathing room. I want to pressure and take trades and fights, because if I give him time to build up, he could potentially raid, he could potentially do a sneaky move, or he could get H3 as well and maybe do something with his god power there. So what I really want is just to now pressure into his base and fight. Obviously I'm still waiting for some upgrades here as well, and I also think I'm still waiting for siege. If I now rewatch the game here, I would have liked to attack now. I think I'm waiting way too long here, and I should have attacked earlier, because I have the H3 to H2 advantage. So yeah, not a big fan of the waiting too long here. I guess I'm getting the TC, I'm having map control and it's fine, but still I could have been pressuring the stable like 2 minutes earlier here, and that would have hurt him a lot. And as you can see, he's retreating, he's waiting for H3, he's not trying to take a fight. Now I'm just pushing in because I noticed he's just kiting back, waiting for H3, casting the ancestors in the top, and now I'm fine with losing all those spearmen in the middle. I don't care, because my ancestors are at the top killing all his villagers, and I noticed he's not seeing it, so I'm actually fine trading off the spearmen. He's casting yet another healing here for him, another restoration. Now he's H3 and he's also converting all my slingers into pigs. That was really bad and actually not a great fight. And now imagine I would have gone in 2-3 minutes earlier. He would not have maybe been able to have a restoration. He would maybe not been able to also cast his H3 god power, and I would have won the game right away. Still, I get so many builds and my production just keeps flowing in. So even though I'm fighting completely in his base, under the sentinels, under the towers, under the TC, I'm still kind of winning the fight, because simply I just have so much more production. And this is what I was talking about. You just need to full pressure your opponent. Don't give him time to breathe if you have the eco advantage and the map advantage. Now with that eco advantage, I just want to push even more. And I'm also fine taking a little bit non-efficient trades now, because I have the better eco, and as long as I'm trading kind of good, he will shortly run out of resources. Also, if you look at the minimap, I see him being out there on the left on gold, and I shortly will address that with chariots as well. Yeah, now I see it, bam, sending some chariots there. So the idea is now obviously to drain him out of resources, drain him out of gold, and also drain him out of food, because I'm pretty sure he doesn't have farms, or maybe if he has farms, it's not a lot. Now making another Migdol stronghold in the front, trying to yet again secure another gold mine, and again, probably should have made the second Migdol stronghold earlier just to get more production. Chariots arrive now at the left as well, completely pushing him off that gold, raiding him, also getting some villager kills. So that's really nice. Also something I really dislike, I made 2 siege workshops or siege shops, but I haven't made a single siege unit yet. So I could have made this earlier just to pressure his buildings more and try to take out his buildings at the front. I kind of made them and then I forgot about them. So that's a huge mistake on my end. Sadly, I can't stop them from getting that stronghold up. I was just a little bit too late here simply. Also, he has a Nemean line and Minotaur. I'm lacking in my army a couple of priests to take them out more efficiently. Now I'm starting to make siege as well. I like to see that. Could have been way earlier though. It just simply helps to push in a base with siege behind, because you can let the siege take out the buildings and you can do a slow push, or you can even fast push, let the siege take out buildings and just run in. But the siege just helps so much, taking out buildings, production, houses, everything. And also sometimes, like he has Toxotes now, those archer units sometimes will target the siege tower instead of my military units. So if he wants to have a good target, he always needs to micro them very closely. Now also added 3 priests here back, so I have no problem with the Nemean line. And this looks now as I would win the game any second. The pressure is just so enormous and the map control for me is so great. I'm getting a 4th TC even here, crazy. And there's a GG well played, and we are taking this game with set. From start to finish, my strategy paid off. Shifting sands into second TC, into using our civilian advantage into a military advantage, and then winning the game almost 30-40 villager lead for me here at the end.